Alrighty, hello. It is 10:13 p.m. I'm making this video. The day got away from me, but we're good. Alright, so this is going to be like a little reminder video. We know we talked about it like right before the break, but it wasn't as thorough as we would have liked. So we're going to review it now, and then we're going to work on it tomorrow. So hopefully it goes well. Alright, so what we're doing is we're taking our inequalities and we're turning them into word problems. So we're using these in real life. Just to remind you of some of the vocabulary associated with the different phrases. You guys have this in your digital notebook as well as your own notes from earlier this unit. All right, so first things first, when you reach a word problem, you're going to want to read it. That's like step number one. Read and highlight the important information. I will underline it. It says, Missy is saving to attend a week at summer camp. She needs $250 to register. Her parents will contribute $70, and she needs to raise the rest of the money by babysitting for $12 per hour. What is the minimum, I'm going to underline that a bunch, number of hours she must babysit in order to attend the camp? So when we did it before break, we used a different graphic organizer, but this is also a very good graphic organizer for you to use. So first we're going to fill out what we know. Well, things that we know. Well, we know that she needs $250. Actually, we know that she needs at least $250 because it says, she needs $250 to register. So she needs $250 or more. We also know that she has $70, which her parents contributed. $75. Pardon me. And we also know that she earns $12 per hour babysitting. What we need to know is how many hours does she need to babysit? And then we need to come up with our plan and work. This is where we're going to create our inequality and solve it. So first and foremost, I think it's easiest to identify the number that goes with the variable first, or your rate of change. So your rate of change usually has the word per associated with it, or it's an amount that changes depending upon how many hours she works. The 75 is not going to change no matter what she does, but the 12 will. So the 12 is what gets our x, or a variable. So we have 12x. Now this is like an amount of money we're earning towards our 250. What's another amount of money that we have going towards our 250? Well, we have $75 that our parents gave us. So we're going to add the $75 to it. And then if she needs at least, that means she needs to be greater than or equal to, because if it only costs $250 to go and she makes $250, she's still good to go. Then we need to solve. I'm going to pause the video. You guys solve it. I'll have the answer up. You guys pause it. Okay. Here is my work for it. Please check it over with your work. If you have any questions, let us know. You can message us on Google Classroom or anything of the above. Notice that this is not a we you moment. We did not divide by a negative, so our inequality stays the same. Now let's talk about our solution. If x needs to be greater than or equal to 14.6, how many hours does she really need to work in order to earn 250 or enough money to go? It's not usual that you babysit for 0.6 of an hour. So would you be babysitting for 14 hours or for 15 hours? The answer is you would need to babysit for the 15 hours, because if you only babysat 14 hours, you wouldn't have enough. The my solution is where you're going to write your target statement. And our target statement here is that Missy needs to babysit for at least 15 hours. You could also say Missy needs to babysit 15 or more hours is another way to say it. So although yours might not be exactly the same as mine, as long as you have the same the same understanding of the vocabulary, you're good to go. All right, we're going to do the next one together, and then the two after that, y'all are going to try on your own and then check it with the video. Number 2 says, let me get ready to highlight. I'll use another color. I'll use green. The youth soccer team is fundraising by washing cars. They paid $84.55 for supplies. If they charge $8 per car wash, how many cars must be washed in order to profit at least $300? Well, what do we know? We know that, I'll change green to be consistent. We know that they already paid $84.55, which means that this is a cost for supplies. We know they charge $8 per car. This is a profit. This is how much money they're making. And we know that they need to earn a total of I'm going to make this big, at least $300. So this is going to be a tricky one. So what do we need to know? We need to know how many cars do they need to wash? And we're going to find out. We're going to figure it out for them. No big deal. You guys are super smart. Big brain all day. All right, this is where we're going to create our inequality. Now, again, I like to, do the variable term first. Variable terms are things that change. So the only amount that changes here, depending upon how many cars you wash, is the charge of $8 per car. Ignore my cat. So you have $8 per car. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible color. We'll go back to purple. So we have $8 per car at 8x. Now, do you think that we'll have to add or subtract the $84.55? Hopefully, you know that if this is money you're making and that's money you spent, you would be subtracting that from your amount you made. So minus $84.55. And because we need to make at least, that means we need to be greater than or equal to, because we need the $300 or more. So we'll be greater than or equal to 300. Alrighty, you guys pause the video and I'll show the work in just a moment. Alrighty, check your work over with mine, see if you got it right. I rounded it to the nearest hundredth. If you rounded it to the nearest tenth, it would be 48.1. Alright, so x needs to be greater than or equal to 48.07 or 48.1. What does this mean for our solution? Well, our target statement, we need to think about it. If we need 0.07 of a car, is that possible? Can we have 0.07 of a car? No, we can't have 0.07 of a car. So we need to decide, okay, do we need to do 48 cars or 49 cars? Hopefully you realize that you have to do 49 cars, otherwise you won't have enough. If you round down to 48, you will not have enough money. So our solution here, our target is going to be the youth soccer team needs to wash 49 or more cars. And again, you can say that a couple different ways. You can say the youth soccer team needs to wash at least 49 cars. You can even get fancier and say to earn a profit of at least $300. Let me just make that fit a little better. So that's how you do it. Now, what I want you guys to do is pause the video, give this one a shot. In about 30 seconds, all the information is going to be there. Alrighty, take a moment, look over the work, and be very careful here. If you're withdrawing $12.50, that means you're subtracting it. That gives us a negative coefficient. So when we divide by a negative, it's a wee moment in that right here, you need to flip your inequality. So Joanne can go to the movies for up to 11 weeks. If you have any questions, just let us know in class or Google Classroom, whatever's easier for you. Alrighty, number 4, Again, pause the video, about 30 seconds, all the answers will be up there. Alrighty, here are the answers. There is no wee-oo moment, so it's still less than. And since it's 2.1, you can rent a jet ski for up to 2 hours. Let us know if you have any questions. And last but not least, right here in this little section, we want you to summarize today's lesson, aka this lesson, and what you learned, what you might find is difficult, what you find easy, little hints, tips, and tricks to yourself or to other students in the future. Alrighty, guys, thank you very much and have a great night.